Hey there, music friends, and welcome to another reaction and analysis video. Today, we're going to be checking out something pretty cool from LOVEBITES. This is Dystopia Symphony with the Moonlight Sonata piano intro. Now, if you don't know, this is Beethoven's Piano Sonata number 14 in C-sharp minor, which was completed in 1801. I think that is pretty awesome and cool that a group nowadays like LOVEBITES decides to put a piece of classical music as their intro to this song. I think that's so cool. This is a suggestion by Gourley. He is a top tier member over on Patreon, and this is his guaranteed reaction for June. Thanks, Guy, for being a member. If you'd like to get in on something like that, just check out the links down below in the description, and you can become a member too and make suggestions like this. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts on this music today down in the comments section. That melody is such a peaceful, beautiful melody. Miyako is such an amazing piano player. That is so beautiful. Wow. The emotion and feeling she puts into this is just incredible. Flawless technique. Look at those fingers moving. I want to go back. I want to hear some of those runs there at the end again. That was just such incredible technique. Incredible technique. It's kind of odd that I stopped the video at this point because I didn't notice that whenever Miyako was playing before, but that pinky that you see sticking up like that, I'm really blown away that she can play as well as she does with that pinky being flexed like that. You know, a lot of times when that pinky's flexed like that and it's up high like that, it's hard to get the things quick enough and in time. But she has no troubles at all. She's just built up such muscle memory with scales and all the technique exercises that you have to do to be able to play pieces like this. Because she is flawless, flawless. I mean, you heard those runs. Let's hear those runs again because that was amazing stuff. One of the things that is just mind-blowing for a piano player, when you are playing on the piano and you're playing in certain keys, which we said this was C-sharp minor, a lot more black keys are involved. There's different points in different keys where fingers have to cross over that thumb in order to have enough fingers to continue to play on, especially in a run like this. And her technique is so good, she's just able to do that. So if you're watching her fingers, they're not just flowing down the keys like people think. She's got some crossover happening, and that thumb is a big part of that, and that third finger. So watch her fingers here. She's quick, but you can see that happening in there. She is a virtuoso piano player. That's just mind-blowing, mind-blowing. All right, so Dystopia Symphony, here we go. I like us getting started with these guitars. Okay, I like the fact that, it makes sense that we did the piano sonata at the beginning because Miyako's right back over there on the piano again. So there's that tie-in. Piano goes between these two pieces. And man, what a great little guitar riff at the beginning here by Midori. And then getting it all started with Haruna. That was awesome. Let's go back here to this transition again. I want to hear the beginning. Nice accents by Haruna. Oh, I had to stop it right there before Asami started singing. Great fill by Haruna, leading us into this next section where Asami's going to start singing. When I'm listening to the piano, and I think I can see here that maybe they have some electronics hooked up to the piano that we're getting. Okay, so it's not the piano. That makes sense because I definitely heard piano sound, but I heard keyboard sound too. I think that we have a track being played along, which I can kind of see at the bottom of this video screen. So Miyako's having to play along with this track that's already been recorded, and she probably played it on keyboard. I think that's kind of hard to get that timing down. Counting that in and then playing together, just those micro moments of time that you could be off, and it's so together, which takes a lot of practice to get that timing down right. It was so good, right? That might have been one of the first times that as I'm listening to Haruna, what she's doing back there on the drums, that it was actually going with the strumming of the guitars. I never noticed that before. A lot of times I'm trying to separate the drums from the guitars, but it seemed like what Haruna was playing, she was actually playing with the strumming, which I find that kind of interesting. Definitely. Her snare work is right there with the guitar strumming. It just blows me away. After all these years, just hearing them still play, just the organization of the music itself, where it just feels like Asami should be singing in some kind of opera setting. She just has that opera type voice. And just her lyrical melodic lines that she's singing are more geared and suited for that. But instead, they decided to take that and stick it over top of this metal, just rough, super fast guitar riffs, and somehow Love Bites makes it work, right? They make it work. It sounds so good. I'm just still blown away after all this time that's Love Bites sound, and it works. It sounds so good. Oh, I love when Miyako and Midori are just hanging on a note like that after playing the melodic line that they did. I love that. And just a little bit of vibrato, and you can see they're just kind of moving their hand back and forth a little bit there to create the vibrato in the strings that just makes that note even pop more. You know, as I'm watching and I'm listening, I have to wonder, and I'm sure you can let me know, but the quality on this video is just so good, and I know it's a live performance. Did this come off of the new DVD that they released? I know a lot of you bought it. Is this off of that? I feel like it has to be because the quality is so good. All right, I have a feeling we're getting ready for some guitar solos. Oh, it's Haruna taking the solo. Oh, this is cool. Very tribal-like. Oh, Haruna. She never gets enough credit for stuff. She's always in the background. I got to go back. We got to hear that again because that was so cool. I love that everything just faded away. We got rid of the guitars. We got rid of everything. And we had very minimal things going on here. I want to listen again, but it might have been just that backing track on the keyboard. And then there's Haruna. She gets the spotlight for once, and she's just doing some really cool tom work, and it has a very tribal feel to it. Yeah, so some string pads on keyboard in the background. That was pretty sick. I like that. You know, I like what's going on here. We have this pattern that everybody's playing together. It's not super complicated for a group like Love Bites, but it's a real neat pattern that just keeps repeating over and over again. And where the accents fall, it keeps making it feel like, you know, we're changing a lot of the pattern, you know, that we're hearing. We're not really changing that pattern, but where the accent is happening within that pattern keeps changing, which makes it sound like a totally different pattern. And I like how Asami's just over there just keying everybody in on whatever chord they're going to go to next. She's just given a nice little chord, and then that pattern switches over to that chord. Really interesting writing in this section. Man, to keep it together all that time, that's crazy. That is some wicked tapping. Man, epic solos again by both Midori and Miyako. I want to go back and I want to hear those again. I think I kind of favored Miyako's solo just a little bit more because of just the melodies that she was playing. You know, I feel like Midori was more like the bull kind of busting in, and it's just like, you know, as many notes fast and just, you know, more rougher, which I think kind of fits her personality too. I think she's a rougher kind of person. And then just a little bit sweeter with the Miyako solo. I kind of like that a little bit better. It just had more of a melody, I guess, that I kind of connected with. Both solos were incredible. Both ladies, their technique is just flawless. So good. I do like that tapping. Here we go, we're building it up. I love Fami, just enjoying the music all of the time. She just has so much fun. What a great addition. Man, what is not to like? We've transitioned through different sections of the song, and there's always something in each section that just sounds so different. You know, I haven't heard something like that from Love Bites before. And it's just a mind blower, right? It's just so enjoyable. And Haruna's still pushing this forward so fast. Both ladies at the piano, nice. Wow. That's incredible technique. That is incredible technique. You know, somebody like Miyako makes something like that look so easy, but it's not easy. She just makes it look easy. You know, just the abilities that she has from all the practicing that she's done just allows her to be able to do those things. Even as far as spreading her fingers to hit those notes with her thumb and her pinky. I mean, not everybody can do that. You know, you think you can walk up and do that, but if you have a piano around, go ahead and try that. I mean, it's going to take you some effort to do that. And she's just doing it, playing all of this wicked stuff. And it's so fast. It's so quick and easy. Haruna's the machine, man. What stamina. Look at that bass drum pedal. I think that bass drum pedal is going to catch on fire. It's going so fast. You know, I was just sitting here thinking, I haven't said this, I don't think in a Love Bites video before, but, you know, as I'm looking at all three of the guitar players, you know, Midori, Miyako, and Fami, you know, they've got these little boxes that they put their leg up on. And One of the reasons that they might do that, and I know that's why they do that, with them standing, there's some things that are a little bit easier to play if your guitar is supported a little bit more than just being on a strap. Having that on your leg kind of helps out a little bit. And not that these ladies need that extra help, but I'm sure at times during a show like this where they're just playing their hearts out and everything is so fast and so technical, you're going to get a little fatigued. So I feel like they use it more like a break, just to kind of get maybe some feeling back in some of the muscles in their forearms and everything, than it is for, well, you know what, this part is so hard, I need some support for my guitar so I can play it. I feel like they could just play it. I feel like it's more of a break and a habit to do that. Fast, so good. They are always amazing. Always amazing. Wow. That was incredible. That was so together right there at the end where they had the bump and then there was a break and then bump and then there was a break and bump. You know, just the timing of that, to be able to count that. And it was so together. It was so tight. You know, a lot of times maybe you can hear one of the instruments hanging out over a little bit. Not with Lovebites. Lovebites, they're just popping those things. It is so tight. This was an incredible video today. I was just totally blown away at the skill level and the technique. Always, these ladies just keep cranking up what they're doing a couple notches every time I hear them. The solos were incredible, and just Haruna back there just going to town. And I'm glad she finally got a little bit of a showcase. She got to kind of have that little drum break and do a little bit of a solo. I really enjoyed that. That was pretty cool. What a fantastic suggestion. Thank you, Guy Gourley, again for that suggestion. Go down below in the description and check things out. I'll have links for Lovebites' official YouTube channel, a link where you can go and make a purchase of their music and help support them. That's an awesome thing to do. These videos are copyright protected. It's their property. They should get the royalties from it. So that's why there's some links down below on ways you could support my channel if you'd like to do that. Things like Bang Cookie, Sweetwater Music Company, Amazon. Just go check those out. If you make any purchases, it doesn't cost you anything extra, and the company sends me a small commission. And that's just an easy way for you to help support the channel. And if you do that, I thank you so much. Something you can do for free, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, put a comment down below. Let me know what you think of these ladies. They're amazing, amazing musicians, world-class musicians. YouTube makes suggestions for more music to listen to and watch right over there on the screen. Just click on one of those videos and keep watching. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.